So, welcome back to my kitchen. I am so happy that you're here. I'm going to go a little out of the box tonight, so I hope you don't mind. I'm going to be sharing something kind of new. Something I came across this summer. I was looking for ideas and ways to make lunch for my husband, so that he could just grab it and go in the morning. I didn't really have to do too much. He's diabetic, so I want to make sure he's eating a good amount of protein and the right things, right? You know, to take care of our guys. So I looked around. I found this website called stayfitmom.com, and she had some great recipes they're hot lunches that you pre-bake, and then all you have to do is warm it up for like 2 or 3 minutes in the microwave at work. So my son likes them. Both my husband and my son have been liking them. My son loves it because the lady that does the recipe, she puts them right into MyFitnessPal, which she uses that app to keep track of his exercising and his food and all of that. So he really likes that he can put it all kind of in one spot, and he can, without having to look it up. All right, so what am I making? So I'm making these, tonight I'm going to make green chili chicken bakes. The other night I made some Tuscan ones. I'll be sharing a reel of that shortly. I made that on Sunday. So usually I make these on Sunday as part of my meal prep for the week. So it makes up 5 different lunches, little bakes. And, you know, they can take one every day, but my son and my husband, they take turns, you know, how many they take. If you're looking for variety, say there's 2 of you in the house having lunch out, this is a great way to save money because you're making it at home. You know what's in it. These are really quite healthy and high protein meals. So it's a way for you to save money and eat healthy at the same time, right? So no more buying $15 sandwiches. The prices have gotten crazy. You all know that for food. So this is kind of an idea I've had I've been using her recipes. So I wanted to share them with you to just give you an idea of maybe it's a lunch idea, or maybe you're just a couple people living, you're only cooking for 1 or 2. And this might be a great idea. And I believe you can also freeze these. So maybe you make them 1 week and you eat 3 that week and freeze 2. And if you do this every week, so maybe 3 weeks in a row, then the 4th week, you don't have to cook, right? So just some ideas. I will share the link to her website. There's, I think, at least a dozen. She has several cookbooks, but there's at least a dozen recipes like this that are free on her website. So I highly recommend checking it out if you're trying to make lunches like this. All right, are you guys ready? Let's get cooking. But before I do, I forgot to introduce myself. I am Sharice Hurd, your Pampered Chef consultant, just in case you didn't know who I was. Maybe you forgot from last week. Sometimes I do. So anyways, I appreciate you guys checking in. If you are watching the replay, please comment #replay. And if you're watching right now, or whenever you're watching, say hello so that I know you stopped by and watched this. If you have any comments about this or thoughts, or, love this idea, please tell me in the comments. I would love to hear what you think of this. Like I said, this is out of the box. It is not a Pampered Chef recipe. But I wanted to share this with you because I think my husband and my son are loving these recipes. Say they're really good. So I'm hoping you guys all like it too. All right, let's get cooking. So first of all, I've got most of the items. I'm going to move you guys down here. There we go. I've got most of the items prepped. So I've already diced up the chicken that I need, and I seasoned it with salt, pepper, garlic powder, and some cumin. All right, so that's already going. Then I've got diced up 3 Roma tomatoes. Now I put them in my strainer, and inside of this is the small strainer inside the small plastic mixing bowl. And this just kind of see all that liquid in there. So I don't want all that liquid in my bake because we're going to add, like, I got some chicken broth, I got some cream cheese, I got some Greek yogurt, some basmati rice, and some green chilies, all right? And right now, I need to finish up getting the Monterey Jack cheese ready. So many of you know I grate my own cheese. Pampered Chef has, I think, the most amazing graters. I have been using them for a very long time. I love that they have these covers that go on it, so they fold flat, so it can fit in my drawer, and I don't get cut up, and they stay sharp because they're protected by the plastic cover, okay? So you can actually move it to like this, so it's a box cutter. It's got these little rubber feet, so it's not going to slide around. It's nice and sturdy, but you can also grate right over a bowl or in a dish, whatever you want. I use it mostly like this, and grating your own cheese is beneficial to you for a few reasons. One, it's going to save you money because block cheese is less expensive than pre-grated cheese, right? The other reason is, that's probably almost enough cheese. So I think I need 5 ounces. This is probably 8 ounces. All right. Give it 2 bucks. A bit. So the other reason is your pre-grated cheese, they have to put additives in it so that it doesn't stick together. So then you're getting extra things that you don't really need in your diet, right? Who needs all this pre-processed stuff? So this way, you know, you're just getting good old cheese. All right, that's more than enough there. All right, so let me put this off the side. All right, so we've got our cheese. And look, it didn't take me but a couple minutes to grate my own. Now, when I'm doing prep day, I usually pre-plan my meals, so I know what I'm having during the week. And I will grate all of our cheeses at one time, store them in our leak-proof glass containers, because cheese stays better, preserves better in glass containers. And I will store it in the refrigerator, so it's all ready to go during the week. So I'm not rushing, and guess what? I'm only washing this once, okay? That's the other great thing about prepping ahead or thinking ahead about what you're doing. If you're grating once for one meal, think about what other meals you have coming up that you also have to have cheese grated for. Grate them up one time because you're already doing it. You've already got the cutting mat out. You've got your grater already dirty. Just do it right then and there. It'll take you an extra 2 or 3 minutes. And you only have to wash this once. So, and I'm all about less washing, okay? Who's with me on that? All right. So, there's our cheese. That's all ready to go. That's kind of our last thing. So, I'm going to set this aside for a minute, because I don't need that quite yet. All right. Now, let me show you what I've got here. So, these are the containers I use. So, I've got them on the Pampered Chef half sheet tray. Then I found these glass containers with these lids that kind of lock in. These were on Amazon. You get five. I think I ordered 10 of them at a time, but you can buy 5, 10, whatever. If you want the link to the glass container, comment glass container, and I'll get you that. So you want to put them on a sheet pan so that it can go in and out of the oven really easy. And you're going to set them all up in here. We're going to not mix it in one big bowl and put it in here. We're just going to do one individually, each one individually, all right? So I got basmati rice. So I take and I put 2 tablespoons of rice into each bowl, trying not to make a mess. But if you know me, a mess is probably going to happen, all right? And this rice will cook right in while it's baking. Did I do one? I did one there. This is the problem, talking while doing this. Okay, there we go. One, I have to kind of concentrate. So if I stop, because I have to count. All right. So, 2 tablespoons of rice per dish. And then we're going to do a 1/4 cup of broth. So I've just got chicken broth here. You can use your own homemade broth if you want. Then I've got my little mini measure-all cup here, easy read measuring cup. And I love it because the measurements are right here. 4 tablespoons is a 1/4 cup, guys. All right. So just one of these. So 1/4 cup of broth in each one. There we go. This is easy counting. I only have to do one per thing. All right. Oh, gotta dump it in before I can move. There you go. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Pampered, not perfect, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget it. All right, that's done. Now, we want 5 ounces of chicken. So I'm just going to divide this chicken. I had it all weighed out beforehand. I just kind of divide it up equally. All right, a piece stuck in there. There we go. I just kind of divide it up equally, but like a big, whatever looks equal. Again, this is cubed chicken breast that I added salt, pepper, garlic powder, and cumin to. All right. And my son doesn't mind if these have extra chicken in them. He's all for the extra protein. So that one needs just a little bit more. Let's see where we're at here. Maybe a little more in that one. I just kind of eyeball it. Doesn't have to be 100% perfect. I mean, unless you really want it, you can weigh it. You can use our kitchen scale and you can weigh it all out and make it perfect. But we just kind of go eyeball it. I weigh out the meat ahead of time, before I cut it. And then I put it in. All right, so now we do 2 tablespoons of cream cheese. So I want to talk to you about, this is something I started doing because when I do the Greek yogurt, it's kind of a pain to get it, if I use my tablespoon to get it out of there and then, plop it into the bowl. So I realized I should be using my scoops, all right? So we have 4 scoops, all right? So if you didn't know this, here we go. Here's the scoops. Let me line them up for you. Can you guys see them all okay there? All right. This Big Mama, that's a 1/4 cup, 4 tablespoons, okay? That is the extra large scoop. Then we have the large scoop, which is 3 tablespoons. The medium scoop, which is 2 tablespoons. And the small scoop is 1 tablespoon. So, because of the scoops, it makes it so much easier. And I'm loving this for cream cheese. So I'm going to use 1 for cream cheese and 1 for sour cream. So I need 2 tablespoons per thing. So there's 1. And this is the low-fat cream cheese. I like this because I can see how many I put in there too. There's 2. So see how easy this is to come out of here? I'm like, genius. Why wasn't I thinking of that before? I did it the other day and I was like, what? So now you know that our scoops are all, they actually have a measurement. They're not just small, medium, large. There's 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, 3 tablespoons, 4 tablespoons, or a 1/4 cup. However you want to count it. Just make sure that your scoop is kind of full. All right, there's 2 more. Okay, there we go. All right, so 2 tablespoons of cream cheese in either. So it wasn't that easy trying to measure it out. I mean, my husband was like, why don't you just cut it up? I'm like, this is way easier. I hate cutting cream cheese because it always sticks to the knife. Who's with me? All right, now we're on to our Greek yogurt, and we need 2 tablespoons of Greek yogurt. So we're going to use the medium scoop because that's already 2 tablespoons. So I don't even have to, count this because I could just do 1. I just got to stir this up. I forgot to stir my yogurt up there. There always gets that water there on the top. All right, now I can do this. 1. See nice how easy it comes out of there? You're not trying to stick your finger in there, swipe it out, or grab something else. It is super easy. Use these. I gotta tell you, Pampered Chef tools have made my life easier for sure. I never knew it before until I was a consultant, but they definitely make my life easier. All right, and now we're moving on to our diced green chilies. So these are just out of a can, chopped up, using my smooth edge can opener to open them. So this is a little bit different than your regular can opener because this one lays flat on top like this. I'm actually going to move this over. Get my stuff out of the way. All right, so you can see it. Flat on top, all right? And you want the edge of the can to go right between those two little circles. Give it a quarter turn, and it's locked on there, okay? Go all the way around until you hear a little pop or you kind of feel the release of it. It's just basically breaking the seal. It's not cutting it, okay? Quarter turn to the left, pops it off. Now you're going to use this little button. We'll move this little beak thing right here, I call it. Put it on the edge of the can and lift up. Voila. All right, super easy peasy. And look at no sharp edges to cut anybody. So now we need to do, I have to remember here. 2 tablespoons of green chilies per dish. 1, 2, 1, 2. I have to get the other one out. Oh, all right, that's gonna go all in there. Okay, I gotta get one more can opened up. All right, want to see it again? Here we go. I won't talk this time. You'll see how fast it is when I'm not talking through it. Super easy. And I love this because, you know, my kids used to do the recyclables and stuff, and I never worried that they were going to cut themselves if they happened to grab something because, all right, Musket, you're going to have to wait. The dog all of a sudden wants to go out. I don't know what this is, a new thing. Every week he wants to go out. Now he just went out before I started, so I think it's more of an attention thing. All right. We're just going to break some. We have a little extra, and I'm not saving the rest of this can. So there we go. Okay. Move that out of the way. There we go. Okay. Now we are on to the diced tomatoes. So again, these were 3 Roma tomatoes that I diced up earlier. No. Oh my gosh, just, see, make a mess. Well, there was more juice in here until I just spilled it all over. Thank you. Anyways, they're in the small strainer. This is a part of a 3-piece set and this small mixing bowl. All right, so now I just want to divide this up. I'm just going to kind of take a handful and put them on each one, and then I'll come back and see how much more I need on each one. Because you just want to divide the 3 between the bowls. That one definitely didn't get enough. There we go. What do we do? We look pretty even now. There we go. All right. Let's get rid of that. All right, now, where am I at? I got to stir this up. So, let me grab my little mixing scraper here. I love these mixing scrapers are actually one of my favorites. This is the mini. We have a small, and then we have the regular. All right, so this, because it has the cream cheese, you want to kind of get that broken, kind of mush it down so that it breaks up into that chicken broth, right? All right, and you just want to stir these up so that it's kind of all mixed around together. Get the rice in there, the tomatoes, there we go. Get that cream cheese kind of broken up. You guys get the idea, right? So you do this to all 5 of them. And then we're going to put that cheese that we grated, we're going to put that on top. And then they bake for about 30-ish minutes, give or take. Some are 35, some are 40. Actually, I think this one is like 35 to 40. So you bake them, let them cool, put the lid on, put them on the refrigerator, and they are ready to go. That's how easy this is. I really like that it's all kind of put together and mixed. I'm trying to get this cream cheese put together here. right in the bowls that they're baked in. I just think that's so easy. I don't know. It's just, that's my thought on the game, right? What do you think? All right. Are you liking this idea? Is this something that you would do? I'm curious. And like I said, I think this would be great for people that are, empty nesters and you're cooking for 1 or 2 people. Maybe you make, if you're cooking for 1, you can make, a 1 different meal each week, eat like 3 of them, freeze 2 of them. And then the 4th week, you could just kind of eat the extra ones out of the freezer, right? All right. There we go. All right, so let me know, comment, and tell me what you're thinking of this. So this is the green chili chicken bake. This last weekend I made the Tuscan one. There's a bang bang chicken. There's, like I said, there's about a dozen different ones on her website, which I will share, but it's called stayfitmom.com is where I found them. And my husband and my son are loving them. So I hope that somebody else finds this is a good idea. I just thought I would share it because it's been working for us. A lot of stuff on that one. And my husband, like I said, it's nice that he has a lunch to take with him that's hot, or that will be hot when he heats it up in the microwave. So as long as you've got a microwave at work that you can heat up in, then this works for you. If you don't have a microwave, then maybe you have to eat it cold. But but he's enjoying it. My son likes it. Like, he's busy, like, between work and jobs and school, so he likes to have a meal, like he could just grab it and eat it real quickly before he has to go to his next thing. So this has come in handy for him. And every now and then I'll have one for lunch, just because I don't want to have to make anything. All right, there we go. All right, so we're all mixed up. And now they go in, almost forgot the cheese that we grated up. All right, here's our Monterey Jack cheese that we grated up. So we want to put in about 1 ounce or so on each one, give or take, right? If you know me, cheese, ounce means like 1.5 ounces, but I'm trying to stay true to the measurements so that it works for my son's meal plan and his thing. All right, so just about there. Put more on this one, and maybe my dog will get a little bit extra if he behaves here. We'll save the little extra on the bit for the dog, because he's you don't know, my dog is a cheese hound. Let me tell you, the cheese drawer opens in my refrigerator and he is there. Don't care where he's at in the house or even if he's outside, he's coming in. All right, so they're ready to go in the oven. That quick, that easy. What do you think? I gotta know. All right, I'm gonna pop them in the oven. I'll take a picture and I will share it here when they're done, so you can see what they look like all baked up.